Transcribing means creating same language subtitles. Okay, but what do we need transcripts for? Well, same language subtitles help in three ways. They allow deaf and hard of hearing viewers to access the talk. They help to spread the ideas in the talk online because once a video has a transcript, it will show up in Google when people search for related topics. And finally, once a talk has a transcript, it can be translated into other languages and set free into the world. So, okay, what's transcribing like? Generally, while transcribing, you'll type down what you hear and set up the time when the subtitle shows up and when it disappears. However, there are a few other simple rules to keep in mind while you're working on your transcript. Don't transcribe slips of the tongue and obvious mistakes like when the speaker says "we thinks" instead of "we think." Make every subtitle a clean little bit of text, even if the speaker changes their mind mid-sentence or is struggling with grammar when giving a talk in a foreign language. Keep to the limits for line length, subtitle length, and reading speed. And remember that just like when you're translating, on rare occasions when adjusting the timing doesn't help, you will need to compress the text in the subtitle to maintain the reading speed. Try to synchronize the subtitle with what is being said. It's okay to have your subtitle run a little into the time the next sentence is spoken, especially if you need that for good reading speed. However, don't start your subtitle more than about 100 milliseconds before the next sentence is spoken. Otherwise, you'll be giving the viewer a weird sense of precognition when they see the speaker's body language doesn't match the subtitle they're reading. Oh, and try not to let the subtitle stay on the screen longer than about 1 second after the speaker says the equivalent bit of speech. Don't end the subtitle with a bit of the next sentence. As much as possible, make your subtitles full sentences or clauses. This will make them easier to follow, but it'll also make them easier to translate since the grammar of the target language may make it impossible to divide the sentence the way it's split up in the transcript. Include sound information for deaf and hard of hearing viewers. Using parentheses indicate where there's laughter, music, and applause. Identify off-screen speaker changes and describe every other sound that is essential to understanding the talk. Don't have any subtitle display shorter than 1 second and longer than 7. For longer bits of music or applause, just let the sound information display for the first 3 seconds and then indicate when the sound ends. If there is on-screen text in the language of the talk, like embedded subtitles in a video played on the stage, transcribe this text if it's possible without overlapping other subtitles. This will allow that on-screen text to be translated into other languages. And to indicate that it's on-screen text and not what the speaker is saying, use square brackets. Do some research to get the right spelling of the proper names used in the talk. If you can't make out what the speaker is saying, ask in the iTranscribe TEDx Talks group or in your languages group on Facebook. And most of all, remember that by transcribing, you're doing the whole world a great service because you allow the ideas in the talk to reach a wider global audience. If you want to learn more about transcribing, check out our more detailed guide, How to Tackle Transcript. And for now, happy transcribing and translating!